Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. It's been a couple of months now with the slap that was heard around the world. And as you know, multiple videos was done on this particular topic. But I like to take it into a different direction, in which I did. Some things came up that was brought to my attention, statements that were stated a while back. And these statements made me think, made me ponder, made me wonder. And I started to see things a bit more clearly. Now, this particular story and this journey here is very layered. And it's very complicated. But I would try to make a transition and make the story of it as simple as I possibly can. Now you must remember, this is Hollyweird. And in Hollyweird, as it's also known, people do crazy things. People join crazy organizations. They love to be a part of something that's powerful, something that's different, something that can bring them wealth, protection, immortality. Things that we do not necessarily know about. But for the elite, there are certain privileges in organizations, societies in which they can join. And I believe this is the case here. But I want to read some things to you to make this a little more clear. Fat Joe says Will Smith slapping Chris Rock makes people think minorities don't know how to act. Okay. He has a point there. ASAP Rocky admits that it's unfortunate Will Smith emasculated another black man on television. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Will Smith perpetrated stereotypes against black people with slap. Okay. Will Smith and the unfair burden black men face. Okay, celebrities condemn Will Smith for Chris Rock's slap at Oscars. Pure rage and violence. Now that is the unfortunate stigma that black men have worldwide. And don't you guys think that Will Smith know this? Keep one thing in mind. Will Smith has a reputation of being somewhat pro-black. What happened Sunday was at base one black man perpetrating violence against another. So keep one thing in mind, as I had mentioned, Will Smith knows about this. He has a carefully crafted image that he knows how to conduct himself, how to act, and how to react as a black man in America. He knows what he is representing. He knows that one mess up can make all black people look bad. So therefore, I ask you, do you believe that Will Smith would intentionally do something like this, knowing what's at risk? Ask yourself that question. Now, as I mentioned before, Will Smith is a black man in Hollywood. He married black women twice. He has children, black children by the two women who he was married to. As far as this slap making black people look bad and making Will Smith look bad, don't you think that someone knows that? Don't you think they knew that? it would make black people worldwide look bad. That it would be, in effect, a slap in the face of black people. You got to understand, these things are orchestrated. People know what's at stake. And celebrities like Will Smith, black celebrities, join these organizations and these societies in thinking that they can butter both sides of the bread. But they soon come to the realization that you're not in control. And they come to the realization that with these societies, you are black second. You're no longer a black man first. Whether you're in the Masonic order or whether you choose to be in the Illuminati or many of the other ones, such as the Knights Templar, Order of the Temple, St. John of Jerusalem, Rhodes of Malta, the United Religions. There's over like 400 secret societies. And black people need to understand that when you join these, you will be their member first and a black person second. You don't have a choice because you chose to join. Now, I want you to, Will Smith carefully edited his image for years. It has all come undone now. Why would he deliberately do that? Will Smith is a very sane man. You have to come to the conclusion that this is something that he would not deliberately do unless he was instructed to do that. Remember this right here. Will Smith will also boycott the Academy Awards Oscar So White backlash. Do you recall in 2015, Will Smith boycotted the Academy Awards with his campaign Oscar So White? And he got other celebrities to join along with them.
Will Smith appeared on Good Morning America Thursday and announced that he will join his wife Jada in skipping the Oscars this year. Smith stated that for him, this is about more than his own Oscar snub.
For Jada, had I been nominated and no other people of color were, she would have made the video anyway. We'd still be here having this conversation. This is so deeply not about me.
Will Smith joins a growing number of celebrities who are reacting to the all-white Oscar nominees. Like Smith, director Spike Lee won't be attending the show, and Tyrese Gibson also weighed in on People Now. He's calling for the show's host, Chris Rock, to step down.
There is no joke that he can crack. There's no way for him to seize the moment and come into this thing and say, I'm going to say this and say that, I'm going to address the issue, and then I'm still going to keep my gig as a host. The statement that you make is you step down.
Also making headlines on the
So Will Smith has a very acrimonious relationship with the Academy Awards, with that campaign right there. And if you can go back farther, in 2002, remember he and Jada left the Academy Awards when he was nominated for Ali? And they said that Willow was sick. She had an ear infection. She had to be taken to the hospital. That was what they put out there. Maybe it is true, maybe it's not. But they did leave before the Best Actor award was given. Now you have to wonder, did Will Smith piss off someone in high places? The Academy Awards, you have to wonder who runs them, who owns them. Maybe there's a hidden hand behind the scenes, and I'm sure there is, at play. And Will Smith may have played around with the wrong people. And that was his retribution, to get up there on stage to humiliate himself. Oscar So White. So we've seen that. Will Smith did that campaign against the Academy Awards, and it seems like someone has not forgotten it. And they made Will Smith pay the ultimate price. Will Smith got Spike Lee to join that campaign, and also he got Tyrese to join the campaign. And he got many other celebrities, black celebrities, stayed away during that particular time frame. And I want you to have a look right here. What do you see there? And look at this picture right here. What do you see there? These are members of secret societies. Notice you do not see any black faces there. Many of these secret societies, blacks were not able to join until like the 21st century. Until the 20th century, actually, or 1920s, they were able to join. Many of these secret societies were formed or started in Europe, Bavaria, Germany, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, none in Africa. Blacks could not join these societies. And me and a friend of mine had a talk years ago, and he was informing me that these members or the heads of these societies hate black people. Now you may wonder, how was Will Smith able to join? Or how is any other black person is able to join? Well, let's say they started off hating black people, and let's say a lot of times they need numbers. They need for people to recruit. And who would they go to? They would go to upper class black people who are in high places to do the recruiting. It's about a numbers game now. They realize that they have to diversify because they're living in a much more diverse world. Now, I want you to look at this right here. Take a look at the background. This is a scene from a Masonic ritual that is going on. And just remember the scene back there, how it looks. This is a Masonic ritual. See that? How the flames back there? Fire represents a lot of things. Rebirth, purification, knowledge. It means different things to different sects, but it represents a lot of things. But before I go on, I want you to take a look at this Masonic, ritualistic initiation in which they will perform. And just notice the background, because it's going to be very similar to what I'm going to show you, which is coming up. So you've seen that scene there, right? Now, look at the Academy Awards where the slap took place. Look at the background with Chris Rock in it. Well, Chris Rock is in the foreground, but you see the background? You see that right there? So what you guys were looking at, and what was unbeknownst to you, you were looking at a ceremony. You were looking at someone who was given instructions by the Masonic Order. And I have broken this down, and I'm almost 95% sure this was a Mason. It was not Illuminati. This was a Masonic act. The symbols right there is from the Masons. So Will Smith obeying them, he rose up pretty high. However, understand one thing is that when you obey them, whatever humiliations, fallouts, punishments, you have to take it. So I heard that Will Smith and Jada are having a difficult time, but she recently released a statement stating that, no, they plan to work things through. And I heard that Will Smith went to India, I guess, with some type of spiritual journey to get himself back into place, so to speak. Okay, all of those things right there, you have to take the fallout. What they want you to do in these societies that you choose to join, you just have to be obedient. This is the reason why I say Will Smith in his proper mind, a black man, a conscious black man from Philadelphia, of all places. Philadelphia has some of the most conscious black people that you can ever think of anywhere. And the scene back there is very conscious. He would not deliberately slap another black man in a worldwide setting where people are viewing it. He knows the image of black men. He will not, on his own volition, do that. He was given instructions to do that, and he followed through. Did Chris Rock know? Yes, he did. He did. He knew about it. Let me just tell you a little story, too. Chris Rock knows the imagery of black men, too, worldwide. It's strange how Will Smith and Chris Rock, nearly 3 months later, none of the two have come forward to say this. What happened between us does not represent black men as a whole. Notice how they have not stated that. Because someone wanted black people to look bad. Yes, they did. That was the whole plan behind that. And these two right there were puppets in the game. See that background right there, the flames? You know, kind of like Dante's Inferno. The flames, fire, purification, rebirth. It's all symbols. It's symbolic. Symbols and meaning. See the pyramid right there, the all-knowing eye? Now watch this at the Academy Awards. See where Jada's at? I circled that. There's a pyramid right there. It's upside down, but it's a pyramid. Now you see a pyramid that goes upward right there. That's deliberate. That was a ceremony you were watching. These things were planned out. Kind of like Will Smith's coming out party. If you look closely again, that's another pyramid right there. Pyramids are a very big part of secret societies. The Masons, the Illuminati, other societies, they're a very big part of them. They use them. This is at the Academy Awards right there. The upside down pyramid, it holds water. It's kind of like a contrast to fire. Holds water, knowledge, basically. And look at the Academy Award at the top of it. This was not an accident. It was not a coincidence. These things are thought out. They're planned out. That was a ritual that Will Smith had to go through. He obeyed orders from higher up. Here it goes right there, the upside down pyramid. Element of magic and witchcraft. Fire, symbolism, meaning, and uses. Yeah. So we've seen the background that Chris Rock was in, the fire back there, and we've seen the Masonic rituals that was going on in the short clip of which I showed you right there. Fire may symbolize passion, birth, death, rebirth, forever, hope, destruction, purging, purification, and much more. Its meaning will vary based on culture, religion, history. There you go. That was the whole idea with the fire background and the fire being very prevalent. It's symbolic. And Will Smith was a part of that. Now here he goes right there. Watch this little gesture there. He's giving a message right there. Yes, I'm part of you guys. You're a part of me. The hidden hand. Yeah, the old Masonic message right there. Right there? Look at right there. Just follow this. From way back when. World leaders are a part of these organizations, pretty much. That's a given. So people, in conclusion, this was not by accident. It was not happenstance. It's not a conspiracy that somebody's just dreaming up. These things are real. In Hollywood, life is stranger than fiction. Many of the people that we look up to, these superstars, these actors, athletes, yes, they are involved in these secret societies. They join them. Many people, as I mentioned before, think that they can play them, but they end up getting played themselves. And sometimes with a very steep price, like Will Smith. He had to obey orders right there. How high did he rise up? How many points did he get? Probably a lot, because it was on a worldwide stage. And that's another thing. The bigger the stage, the higher up you go. The more humiliation you're willing to bring upon yourself or to show the world, the higher up you go. So this right here, the slap that was heard around the world, yes, it was planned out. Nothing's going to convince me of that otherwise. I've done my research. I've seen things. I knew about these organizations for years. I had no idea that it would play out on TV in that particular way. But they have played out before. And it's really a shame that it had to stigmatize a whole group of people. One of the biggest black actors of all time, one of the richest, even the host there, and the executive producer that particular year were all black. And it's really a shame that the burden had to fall that particular way. But I'm not surprised, though, because the people behind these societies, they're not really fans of black people. They don't really like black people. That's the reason why I think it's foolish for black people to even join these things. I think people join them sense of belonging because they can, because they see other friends who recruit them, who are very powerful people. Many of these actors are very insecure people. That's one of the reasons why they join. For the power, for even more riches, for more glory, for even immortality in their twisted minds. So where this will take Will Smith, I think he'll make a comeback. He obeyed them, so therefore he will be rewarded. And with this story right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is only the beginning. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you all beyond and through.